For 100 meters of
Hello guys,
elevation
welcome back to
change here, with
another
long stretches of the lap.
video.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race.
This is
Joined
the
once again by Anthony
race,
David.
the actual Grand Prix for, in
Okay,
Belgium.
here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
We are hoping to get another really good race with some nice times under our belt. It is going to be difficult though.
Drive through.
Shit. But I do believe that we can do it. I do believe we can do well. And instantly cut across again because it worked in the sprint race. My only concern is though, we were just barely able to hold off Verstappen
To manage this, we're going to need to lower our
in the
ERS
sprint
deployment
race,
mode.
over the 5 laps of the sprint race. So I wonder how we're going to be able to do holding him off in a 15 lap race. You can see they're catching up already. Russell behind us. I'm hoping that we can somehow...
Right, we've got a very worn out MG UK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire.
I said that in the sprint race as well. Right. We do want to somehow be able to pull away from these cars, because obviously the other 4 cars in the top 5 are faster on paper. They are supposed to be faster cars. We have fallen to 5th fastest car on the grid, Ferrari. We now sit behind Red Bull, Mercedes, Aston Villa and McLaren. So we're hoping to develop the car into something really fast to help us develop a faster car in the grid so that we don't have to worry about the likes of Aston Martin and McLaren. The only worries will be
We've got a lot of
Red
spare energy.
Bull
Okay to use your overtake button.
Mercedes. I'll use it eventually. See, now I'll use it. It was the overtake button that helped us stay ahead of Verstappen, really. But right now, Verstappen is not the problem that we must fend off. It is Russell for just now, who we have to watch out for. But it does look like we're pulling away from him, which is really good. It's what we want to see. A bit late on the brake there. That's going to give Russell and Verstappen a chance to catch up to us, close the gap a little bit. I think that is what they've done.
Okay,
got a
Russell's
really good
behind
couple
you
of
now.
laps
Okay, the gap behind
so far.
is 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more
We're
stop.
2.7 seconds faster.
1 minute 52.6. Okay, DRS is now available.
Okay, that does not really help us. Oh, look at that, we've flown ahead of them now.
Russell behind. Our gap behind is 3.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:51.7.
Whoa. Bit of an issue there, but we've come out unscathed. So let's not have that happen again, please. Because it was not fun. If you have not seen the sprint race or the qualifying yet, you should go watch that. There's some excellent lap times in both videos. And if you haven't seen, I think it was Hungary we did last week. If you haven't seen the Hungary Grand Prix or the Great Britain one, you should go watch those videos from a week and 2 weeks ago. We did get fast in the end,
fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
We are holding off Russell, which is really good.
Okay,
Considering we were struggling to hold off
so the
Verstappen
gap to the
in the
car
sprint.
behind is 5.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are
5
3
seconds
laps
ahead
old.
of them.
We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:51.2.
Okay, I am impressed with our performance so far. What I am worried about is when we do eventually come into pit stop. How difficult is it going to be for us to regain the positions? Are we going to struggle? Are we going to find it easy? I mean, we'll find out. But I've got a funny feeling we're going to find it quite difficult to regain the positions. But it all depends on how quick our pit stop is and how far behind we come out of the other drivers. I'm hoping that Verstappen and Russell pit at the same time as we do. Just to give us a bit of an advantage coming out of the pits to hopefully regain P1. Pierre Gasly's out of the session. Yeah, full
You're
race
leading the
update.
pack, that's P1. Russell behind. Okay, push. Gap to the car behind. 7.2 seconds. They're on fresh
We're
mediums.
7 seconds
Pit
in front
window
of
is
them
going to
now.
open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. And 11 laps to go.
Okay, so what is going on if we are 7 seconds ahead now? These guys must be struggling a bit on the medium compound. Not liking it very much, it would seem. So we might actually find the pit stop regaining positions and shit quite easy if we're this far ahead. The pit window's in 3 laps time. I did not click anything there, but that is useful information. And if you look at the leaderboard on the top left, that's gone up to 8.5. Or around 8.5. So there's a good chance that we'll only drop maybe 5-6 positions after going into the pits.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
I do want to know what happened to Pierre Gasly though, because that was a
Okay, Russell's
sudden
behind you now. Okay, car behind trailing us, 8.4 seconds. They're on old
8.4
mediums.
seconds
Their
behind
tyres
us.
are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:51.5.
That's Russell and Verstappen just coming around that corner back there. So they are a fair bit behind us now. And I have not touched the settings or anything since the qualifying or the sprint race. And in the sprint race we were really struggling to hold off Verstappen. Until maybe the fourth lap of the sprint race, maybe the fifth. And then right at the end again we started to struggle. Verstappen caught right up at the end. And not much time separated us in the end. But now we're going on almost 10 seconds ahead of Russell, Verstappen and Hamilton. Even Alonso, who's just jumped up to P5 ahead of Norris. They appear to be fighting for that position. Perez looks to be in P7, which puts Carlos Sainz in P8 right now. Not the best performances from Carlos this season, if I'm being honest. Hopefully next season he can do a bit better, because I plan on staying at Ferrari for 2, maybe 3 seasons just to help him develop a little bit better, win them some gold. That's Verstappen and Russell are really fighting for P2. Norris
Okay,
and
be aware,
Alonso,
the grip levels are going to start falling
they're
away
fighting
soon.
for P5. But like I was saying, we're going to stay at Ferrari for maybe till maybe the end of season 3, end of season 2 maybe. Just to, really earn a place and just see what pops up for
Battery
us.
charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I mean, obviously, if we get some good opportunities, we're gonna go off to better teams. But who knows, if we develop Ferrari so much and they become the fastest car on the grid, we just might not leave Ferrari.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap.
No, at some point I will leave Ferrari, but it would be nice to come back at the end of his career, maybe. Just to, finish where he left off in the 10th season of the career, which is the last season you can play. So but we're not thinking about his retirement just now. We're like midway through season 1. We're not thinking about retirement just yet. A potential move, I think, could be to McLaren or Red Bull right now are the 2 options we're looking at for Cresswell. Those are two teams he said he'd be more than happy to join within the next 2-3 seasons. One of those teams. So we'll just see if he wants to, and we're gonna go into the pits now. We're like 14 seconds ahead of Verstappen, which is unbelievable. Here he comes though. A nice fast stop. Verstappen's not coming into the pit.
Back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop
Hamilton
time. We're happy with that
has.
one.
Perez hasn't. None of the Red Bull cars have came in
Look after
for
these
pit
tyres now.
stop
You
this
want to
lap.
finish the race on this compound.
And we've only fallen 2 positions. That is incredible. And we're going to hopefully catch up to Russell and Verstappen fairly quickly. I'm hoping. Because we do have Perez right behind us. Sainz is a little bit behind him. But we are closing in on Russell and Verstappen. Hoping to eventually make the overtake. Here we come. Russell is right in front of us now. Oh, we can't get in front of him there. Maybe here, perhaps. No. Russell's holding us off well. But we cut inside. We've gotten in front of him.
Keep going.
And now it's Verstappen who we aim to overtake. I imagine he's going into the pits this lap though. So we will not worry too much about quickly overtaking him. There he goes into the pits and we take P1 back. Very, very quickly. Unbelievable performances. Russell has also gone into the pit this lap. Perez still has not been in the pit. Sainz is in the pits now. But Sergio Perez is yet to pit. Oh shit, we're running off the track there, didn't realize. Alonso coming up 21 seconds behind us. I think he's just gone into pits though. We hold a very good lead, only 9 seconds ahead of Perez though. Hoping to extend that fairly quickly because Verstappen and Hamilton look like they could catch up fairly quickly. Russell as well. We're aiming to finish just above Hamilton. That's the only driver we want to finish ahead of really, because he's the main contender for the Drivers' Championship. Obviously Verstappen is a close third, but only what, like 3 points separate us and Hamilton, so we're going to want to extend that as much and as quickly as possible. We've just got fastest lap again, 1:48.1. Coming in 11 we're on now. Perez finally going into the pits.
And that's just 5 laps
I
of
think
fuel
he's
remaining.
the only driver that's gone into the pits this lap. Has he made a mistake or has he just big-brained it? If he's just big-brained this, I'm I don't even think I can get mad at that, but I'm hoping it's a bit of a fumble for him.
Gap to your teammate behind is 35.1 seconds.
We are 35 seconds ahead of Sainz. That is incredible.
That's Hamilton behind. Okay, gap to the
Hamilton's
car
in
behind.
second.
Car behind, 21.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2
21
laps
and a
old.
half
And the time last
seconds.
lap was a 1 minute 51.0.
21 and a half seconds ahead of Hamilton. Really good. You just have to think though, is he ever going to close that gap? By the looks of things, no. But I'm expecting by the end of the race that gap to only be around 10 seconds. I don't think he'll be too far behind us by the end of the race. But you never know. Does look like he's gained about a second on us.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Just using as much of that energy bar as possible without completely wearing it out. Hamilton, Verstappen and Russell all went onto the hard tyres. Alonso swapped over onto the mediums and we went onto softs. I wonder if that is why they are so far behind, but I mean obviously right now they are, but as our tyre grip starts to wear away, I imagine they will catch up quite quickly. But right now we're looking about 21 and a half seconds ahead of them still. Maybe just under. I mean, we're doing incredible right now. This is the best he has ever performed, really.
Hamilton's behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 20.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:51.0. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
So what if I click tyre status?
That's Hamilton behind, and the
Damn
gap
it.
behind us is 20.8 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap was a 1 minute 51.4.
Well, we've extended our lead, kinda.
Tyre condition still looking good.
See, it just... It's always mentioning the tyres. It's never mentioning the actual vehicle condition, which is what I was wanting.
So weather shouldn't play a factor today. We're expecting it to remain dry all the way through. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, we're yet to have a rainy race, or a wet track for the race, but I imagine it'll come soon. I'm not expecting it to stay dry throughout the entire season.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
That was It's a bit crap in the turning now. You can see the tire grip is starting to wear off. But it shouldn't be a problem. Lap 14 now. 2 laps remaining, including this one. I mean, this is honestly a piss take. But you know what? I ain't complaining. Hold up. Oh, you little bastard.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, that's fine. That is fine. We will just continue on with the race as usual.
Verstappen behind you now.
Verstappen's
Okay,
behind
the gap
us.
behind is
Didn't actually realise
21.2
that.
seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres, and the time last lap was a 1:50.9.
Damn. Okay, I had not realised that Verstappen had overtaken Hamilton. But I mean, not that it matters to us, as we're 20 seconds ahead of both of them.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Oh, you already
lap,
said
final
that.
lap. Push, push.
There you go. Final lap. We can take it nice and easy because we're 20 seconds ahead of Verstappen. There they are, they're just coming into the final lap now. I mean, this is
Okay, so we're leading our
unfucking
teammate
realistic.
by 40.0
Unfucking
seconds.
real. 40 seconds ahead of Sainz. And this is unreal. I mean, if you look at the sprint race from yesterday, you can see that we struggled so much to keep Verstappen off of us. I mean, the largest gap we had was probably 5 seconds. But these guys have obviously all had shit starts, which has allowed us to just fly away and keep flying away. But the fact we've been able to consistently, stay at least 10 seconds ahead of the entire pack throughout the race is absolutely amazing. And I have no idea how we've done it, because I've not buggered about with the settings at all.
We did it! We did it!
And there's the race win. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
What a win. And Piastri gets driver of the day. We're 20 seconds ahead of everybody the entire fucking time.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for
And this
Ferrari
cunt
today.
gets driver of the day.
And here we are.
Are you kidding me?
And the championship leaders
This is
secured more points
ridiculous.
today, pushing their
Piastri
lead out
in
even further at
P10,
the top of the
Sainz
standings.
in
Let's see what
P9, that is
effect this
not
result
what we
has
want
had
to
on the
see.
drivers' standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would
The
you
sprint
rank as your
race gave
driver
us
of the
8
day?
points,
It's time to
the
see how
race gave
things are
us
shaping up in the
26, so we
Constructors'
gained
Championship.
34
No change
points
in the
this
top
weekend,
spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is
and we
getting
are now
weaker.
14
Well, that certainly was an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure
points
to join us
ahead
for more
of
exciting Formula
Hamilton.
One action very soon.
And let's just go all the way down. Yeah. How many points ahead of Sainz are we? 101. And constructor standings. Oh, we're getting close. I mean, we're still a fair bit away. We're 50 points away. But we are closing in. Ferrari is closing in on Mercedes. So if you guys have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.